what better place to start than with our Friday face-off? It's Homestead's girls hosting Snyder, the winner, in the driver's seat for the SAC crown. We pick things up here in the second quarter. Eva Scarberry getting the rebound and then coming back up, getting the putback to fall, plus the foul. She's pumped up, and Homestead leads by double digits at this point. Other end of the floor now, and the Panthers trying to claw their way back. Miley Hurst assists Grace Smith for the three. That is Gracie Smith hitting that three ball, and Homestead, though, quick to respond. Scarberry with the three, assisted from Maya Epps, one of her 3 assists, and Epps herself had a career night. A few plays later, Scarberry assisting Maya for the three. Maya Epps would finish this game with 42 points. That's 1 point shy of a program record. 72% shooting from the floor, 5 of 6 from 3, and Homestead trounced the Snyder in this one to capture sole possession of first place in the conference. Also in that fight for the SAC crown, it's Northrop hosting Northside, and this one, well, it was the Kayla Williams-Thomas show for the Bruins. Right off the jump, the behind-the-back pass leads to the three-point attempt. This one's going to be no good, but hey, it's Kayla Williams-Thomas right there for the putback, getting that rebound. What a sequence from the senior, and she was far from done there because check it out. Swin Jackson gets the steal, throws the ball back in play up the court, and who else? Kayla Williams-Thomas. Another bucket. Northrop starts the game on a 15-0 run. KWT scores 18 in just the first half. The Bruins roll to the blowout victory tonight. Now, Bishop Dwenger's girls played host to Wayne this evening, and the ball game shortly into the half is tied, but Saints getting things going here with Madeline Johansson driving to the hoop, drawing the foul, and getting that shot to roll in for good measure. Dwenger makes this a 2-score game. The Generals, they had answers. Diviana Irons, open in the corner, puts up the three, sinks the three. That trims the Wayne deficit down to just 3. But the hosting Saints are going to prove way too strong in this one. They're getting the offensive board, and in the end, come away with the win, 60-48, the final for Bishop Dwenger. Rounding out our Summit scores, we've got Carroll hosting Lures, with the Chargers claiming victory over the Knights, and Southside visits Concordia Lutheran, where the Cadets fend off the Archers, defending their home court. Elsewhere in the city of Fort Wayne, well, Canterbury's girls hosted Hamilton, and it's the Marines picking up their 5th win of the season tonight. Now, staying on the girls' slate, we've got our final 2 teams in this week's ACAC tournament. Bluffton and Jay County both picking up dominant victories tonight in the semifinals, meaning they will play each other for the conference tourney title tomorrow. The NECC also hosting a conference tournament. The Eagles and Blazers girls picking up wins in their semifinals matchups, setting up their own finals game tomorrow. The conference is also hosting boys tournaments. We'll get to that in just a bit. But for now, that concludes our girls basketball schedule for the evening, even though we have far more boys games on the slate, and that's led by a powerhouse matchup out of the NE8. So let's check it out. The 10-1 Columbia City Eagles play host to Huntington North inside the birdcage, and the defense strong on both fronts tonight. But it was a 3-point parade as the Vikings' Titus Schultz gets the ball and goes straight through the net on that one. Huntington leads by 3, but the Eagles would have their own answer in Owen Marshall. He's in trouble, but lobs the ball across the court. Ian St. John is the one that converts it. Tackles on another one, another 3-ball. Now, Schultz's attempt next play blocked, but the Vikings recover. Then Blaine Freiberger, frantically searching, finds Braden Freiberger, who launches it in from behind the arc, and that is good for 3. Again, it's a close one the whole way, but it's going to be Huntington North squeaking out the victory tonight. 48-42, the Vikings ground the Eagles. Elsewhere around the NE8, Leo hosts New Haven, with the Bulldogs taking care of business on the road, and DeKalb making the trip to East Noble, where the Barons eke out the 1-point victory over their regional rivals. Then down south, Belmont hosted Norwell, and it's the Knights picking up that 8-point win, marking a pretty impressive day for road teams in the NE8. Back in Fort Wayne now. Southside looks to bounce back from its first conference loss last week. They're visiting Concordia Lutheran today, and the Archers, well, they certainly came out strong, forcing the turnover, finding JT Timberlake Johnson in the lane, drops this one in for 2. Looks like he was going to dunk it, but playing it safe. Next possession now, Javon Irby hitting the James Harden step back, drains the 3-pointer. He's fired up. Southside's fired up. They take a 6-point lead. Now, Concordia would keep the fight in this one. Evan Armstead on defense sends that shot back, and then on the other end of the court, works the post, lays it in with the left hand, and converts it. Archers, though, too much tonight for the Cadets. Timberlake Johnson dropped a 19-point double-double. Southside wins this one by 13. Now, Homestead handed Southside their first loss last week, and tonight it's Snyder turning it around and handing Homestead their first conference loss. And this one, what a win for the Panthers. The SAC is wide open now as everyone has at least one conference loss after tonight. Then rounding out our SAC games, we've got Northrop and Northside facing off. Bruins pick up their first conference victory of the year, and Wayne visited Bishop Dwenger where the Generals grabbed that 10-point road win. And finally in Fort Wayne, Canterbury's boys hosting Lakewood Park, and it's the Cavaliers picking up that victory on their home court. So now we're going to head out west. We've got the 10-1 Southwood Knights out here hosting Whitco. And late in the first half, Southwood's Maddox Marshall drives towards the basket, gets the and one to go. Southwood up by almost 30. Things are working for them. Whitco trying to drum up some offense on the other side, but Bryce Wilcox with the block. The Wildcats would not score again before the half. Meanwhile, Wilcox averaging 23 points per night entering this one, slams it home for the Knights, 51-16, the lead at this point. And Southwood wins their 11th straight. Their only loss was a season opener against the Blackfoot squad, which still remains undefeated. Things looking good for them. Sticking in Wabash County now, the Apaches hosting the defending 2A champs in Manchester, and it's the Squires who come away in that low-scoring battle. Then in the Northern Lakes Conference, Warsaw hosted undefeated Goshen, but undefeated no more. The Tigers pick up a big win in overtime on their home court. Plus, we got Wawasee hosting Mishawaka, and the Warriors take care of business against the Caveman in this one. And finally, as promised, the boys' conference tournaments. In the ACAC, it's Jay County and Heritage picking up those Friday night victories, booking their spots in tomorrow's title game. And in the NECC boys tournament, it's Angola and Westview who claim victory, and they will play tomorrow night at 7:30 for that tournament title. So with that, it's time to take one more look back at our play of the night. And this week, we're heading right back out to Southwood. You just saw it. Bryce Wilcox, one of the top scorers in all of 1A in the state of Indiana, prevents the steal, gathers the ball, and takes it for the slam dunk. Averaging 23 points on the season, and the Knights are red hot in this one. Wilcox helps lead them to a big victory over Whitco. Take one more look as he corrals that board and slams it home. They advance to 11-1 on the year.